What if the off-road truck everyone's hyped about isn't built to laugh? What if the twin-turbo engine meant to set it apart is also what holds it back? And what if the most expensive midsize truck in the segment still leaves out basic comfort features? The 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor has arrived in the US, aggressive, fast, and ready to hit the dirt. But while the headlines focus on power, there's a growing list of overlooked details that paint a different picture. From real-world tests to deep engineering analysis, time to separate the facts from the fanfare. So today we're breaking down the real-world wins and flaws of the Ford Ranger Raptor. Let's start with what's not working. First, towing capacity falls short. While a standard Ranger can tow up to 7,500 pounds.
And when the Ranger started coming back to the States, I thought, man, if they make a Raptor version of that, that might be a really compelling package. And sure enough, they did. They redesigned the Ranger as a whole, and with it, they finally brought the Ranger Raptor to the United States because Europe had one forever. Europe, Asia, certainly Australia.
The Raptor's coil suspension setup drops that limit to just 5,510 pounds.
It is a Coleman Lantern LT 17B. It weighs approximately dry weight 2,948 pounds. We are going to be towing it with a Ford Raptor.
That's nearly a 2,000-pound downgrade, putting it behind competitors like the Chevy Colorado ZR2 and the Tacoma Trailhunter when it comes to hauling trailers or campers. Another downside is price. The Ranger Raptor breaks the midsize mold at over $56,000. That's more than rival off-roaders and edges dangerously close to full-size territory.
And it just sounds sporty and peppy, and I don't know, I actually always thought the Raptors, even with EcoBoost, have sounded good ever since like the Gen 3s come out. I think they really got it down pretty good.
After upgrades, buyers may find themselves paying full-size money for a smaller footprint. Next, it lacks Pro Power onboard. Unlike the F-150 Raptor, this version includes only a single 400-watt bed outlet, not the 2.7 kilowatt generator found in his bigger brother. It's enough for camp lighting or small electronics, but nothing more. For serious overland rigs or job sites, it falls short. Lastly, there are comfort takeaways. No sunroof, no rear seat vents, no cooled seats. These are all features found in competing trims like the Tacoma Trailhunter or ZR2. For a vehicle that costs this much and carries a premium badge, these missing creature comforts are hard to overlook. These are the weak spots. Now let's shift lanes and look at what the Ranger Raptor absolutely nailed. Now let's talk about the best. First, power. 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 produces 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque.
This is a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that before this Ranger Raptor was only in the Bronco Raptor. And from the factory, it's got 405 horsepower, which for this segment of trucks is freaking amazing. Back just a little over 10 years ago with the Gen 1 with the V8, that was getting a 411 horsepower with premium fuel.
It's the only twin-turbo V6 in its class. That means no 4-cylinder gimmicks, just raw, rally-ready strength. And those numbers translate in the real world. 0 to 60 happens in just over 5 seconds. Real-world mileage lands around 19.5 miles per gallon, respectable for a midsize truck with this much force under the hood. Even with a slightly lower tow rating, it's still a capable hauler. 5,510 pounds of towing and around 1,375 pounds of payload cover most weekend toys with ease.
How the Raptor's sitting, so she's sitting pretty level. Maybe squatted a tad in the back, but it's not much. So we've got the Polaris with the trailer. Polaris is around, I'd say 800 kilo. Again, the Raptor's rated to 2.5 ton tow capacity.
The Fox Live Valve suspension makes a real difference. Coil sprung rear, no leaf springs, and ride quality that blends trail comfort with high-speed control. Whether it's snow, dirt, or cracked pavement, the suspension keeps everything planted and composed. Then there's the trail gear. Wider 3-inch stance, 33-inch BFG KO3 tires, front and rear locking differentials.
One little complaint I initially had was, oh my gosh, where do you lock your front and rear lockers? It's a cool feature this truck has. I wish there was a tactile button. I don't want to go through a whole menu system to get there. Thankfully, although there's no tactile button, the menu is just one press away. You literally press this off-road button and then give it a couple seconds, and then there it is. So you can lock your front and rear lockers and then hill descent control or whatever. I probably won't be using that too often. but the lockers I will. And so that's just one press away to get it to jump on screen, so you don't have to go through like a home menu and all that stuff.
Trail control, 4 auto drive mode.
That's your drive mode selector. You can adjust the drive modes there, and you can also change whether you're in 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, or low range. And yes, if you press this button here, that's your Pro Trailer Backup Assist function. So you push that and then you can steer with this to adjust which way you're steering the vehicle when you're reversing a caravan or a trailer of any sort. Then yes, you can basically just put it into that Pro Trailer Backup Assist function.
10.7 inches of ground clearance.
3,270 millimeter wheelbase, does have better ground clearance than any other Ranger, of course. 272 millimeters of ground clearance. As you can see, does have those 17-inch alloy wheels with those BF Goodrich tires.
These aren't marketing terms. They're the stuff of trail confidence and real-world capability. And when you come back to pavement, the Ranger Raptor remains composed. Fox shocks smooth out imperfections, the 10-speed automatic shifts cleanly, and selectable steering modes, normal, comfort, and sport, let you dial in the response. Looks matter too. The Raptor carries itself well, from cactus gray paint and beadlock capable wheels to dual exhausts.
The exhaust tip's really cool that it's dual tip just like the F-150 and looks really cool, except for I wish they were black. The stainless look just really interrupts it in my opinion.
Skid plates and clean Raptor graphics, it stands out without overdoing it. Inside the cabin, the trail-ready theme continues. Black leather, orange Alcantara, paddle shifters, heated seats, a layout that's both durable and bold. This isn't an afterthought. It's a functional, focused cabin that still manages to feel upscale. Tech is another strong suit. A 12.4-inch vertical touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, trail and 360-degree cameras, customizable digital gauges, wireless charging, everything you expect, no gimmicks, no learning curve. And beyond the gadgets, there's pedigree. The base Ranger was named North American Truck of the Year, and the Raptor version isn't just cosmetic, it stacks real upgrades on top of a proven platform. The 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor isn't just another badge job, it's a true off-road machine, built for speed, tuned for the trail, and comfortable enough for daily use. Yes, there are limitations. Towing falls short, price runs high, and key comfort features are missing, but the trade-off is real trail capability, dynamic performance, and a driving experience that's hard to match in this size class. If you want full-size feel in a mid-size frame, this may be the most exciting option on the market.
So what would you choose? Trailhunter, ZR2, full-size Raptor, or is this a sweet spot? Let us know in the comments. And if this breakdown gave you the real insight you needed, tap the like button, subscribe for more truck reviews without the fluff, and hit the bell so you never miss what's next on the road or the trail. Thanks for watching. See you next time.